For more details about Cardinal Zuppi's meeting at the White House with President Biden, we go to EWTN News White House correspondent Owen Jensen. Owen, thank you so much for being with us. You've been tracking the Cardinals' visit since it was announced. What did the church hope to achieve?
Monsi, the meeting between President Biden and Cardinal Zuppi was closed press. Let me put that out there first. Right? That means no reporters, no pictures, no sound bites. Instead, what the White House did and what the Vatican did was they released what's called a readout, or basically a short summary of what transpired in the meeting. We know that it was cordial, as you would expect, polite, respectful, both sides listening, lasted about 2.5 hours, according to most reporting. At the meeting, Cardinal Zuppi handed President Biden a letter from the Pope, quote, emphasizing the Pope's sorrow for the suffering caused by the war. And one segment of the population in Ukraine that has really suffered tremendously in the ongoing conflict, children, of course, they've been injured by bomb blasts, killed. And the other day, the press secretary telling me this. Take a listen.
What Russia has done, kidnapping thousands of Ukrainian children from their families and transferring them to other parts of Ukraine or deporting them to Russia, is obviously horrifying. So we certainly applaud the Vatican's advocacy for the return of these children. We think it's important advocacy, and so that is something that the president discussed with the Cardinal yesterday.
Now, Owen, what about the controversial cluster munitions? We've discussed that recently. What did the administration have to say about that?
Well, that's a good question, Monsi. The cluster bombs, of course, very controversial. The Catholic Church and Pope very much adamantly opposed to their use. They're indiscriminate in their destruction, and they kill people years after sometimes the fighting is done. In fact, the Pope has asked in the past for the United States to sign a ban on those using those bombs. Right now, Russia and the U.S. have not signed any ban on cluster bombs, so that's where that remains right now. I want to add one last thing. Just this, as the war goes on, started in February 2022. Here we are in July 2023. No signs of abating. The other day, the press secretary announcing what it calls a new security assistance package for Ukraine that includes surface-to-air missiles, artillery rounds, mine-clearing equipment, and unmanned aerial systems. Monsi?
More support there. Thank you so much, Owen. We appreciate you keeping an eye out for this.
Okay.